Welcome back, my friends. Today, I'm going to show you something that's asked quite frequently, and that is how to create a watermark using Canva. A watermark that you can use to protect your digital products or to send a sample to a potential buyer, someone who might want to buy your products. So here are just a few different watermarks that we can create. So I just have one favor to ask you, that if you learn anything in this tutorial, press that like button, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on. So let's get started. All right, so I am starting off with a Facebook post. This is landscape size, and you're going to want to start off with the size that you most frequently use for your products or for your social media posts. Now I'm going to go over to my brand kit, and I'm going to place one of my logos right on my workspace. So this is one of the logos that I have, and I'm going to change the color of my background to black, just so that we can see what's going to happen in the next few steps. So here's my logo. My logo is an image. You can also use text for this as well, although the steps are just slightly different for text. So maybe what I'll do is I'll grab some text, and I'll just put some text here. And in here, I will type in easy as 1, 2, 3. And I'll just leave it there, and we'll compare both of them side by side, how they're going to look. Now, for my image, I'm going to go over and click on Edit, and then I'm going to go to Duotone because I want to make my image white. I don't want to see the pink or the gray from the leaves. Now, if you do want to see that, that's fine. But my goal here is to turn this whole image white. So I'm going to choose Custom under Duotone, and I'm going to change the shadows to a lighter color, like a white or gray. That's fine right there. And then I'm going to turn down the transparency, and you can turn it down as far as you want. I'm going to select the text, and I'm going to do the same for the text. I'm going to turn the transparency down since it's already white. And so I'll just keep that like that. Now I'm going to grab both of them, and I'm just going to make them smaller, a lot smaller. You would make them as small as you want to make them, depending on how large you want them to be displayed on your image. Because when you're posting your image, you definitely want people to know that it's your image. So they have to be able to read that logo or the word, right? So I'm going to grab my logo, and I'm going to make a copy, and I'm starting this in the corner because I want to make a line with my logo along the longest point of my workspace. So I'll leave that there, and I'll make another copy. And what you're going to notice is that as I'm making duplicates, it's going to line up and be spaced evenly with the other ones that I've copied. So when I make another duplicate, that'll happen again and again and again. Now, before we continue, let's go to Elements and let's grab a photo. Let's grab this photo here, and I'm going to place it as my background. And so we can see that our watermark right there, but it's on this specific photo, it's a little hard to see. So let's go to Position and Layers, and let's grab all of our elements on our workspace, and let's go back to transparency, and let's make it a little bit darker. So you'll want to just make sure that the logo or your text is as transparent as you need it to be. And if you need to change the color of that watermark, you can also go back into Duotone, or you can change the color of the text as well. So once you have confirmed that you have the right transparency, what you can do is you can just group all of those logos together and I'm just going to move it aside up here. And you'll remember we had that text box. So I'm just going to take a copy of the text box and I'm essentially going to do the same thing. So I'm just going to duplicate it all the way across like that. And then I'm just going to select them all. And I'm going to group that as well. I'm going to bring this up here next to my logo, which I moved up here. And let's go to position and layers. I'm going to grab both of them and I'm going to duplicate both of them. And then I'm just going to strategically place them on the photo and I'll just continue to copy and paste as we go down. Now, if you want to reuse this watermark, then what I would do is I would go to position and layers, and then I would just select all of those groupings and I would group them all together like that. And now you have a watermark that you can reuse over and over and over again, depending on what photo or what product you want to place on your social media or give to a prospective buyer to check on the design that you have created for them. Now let's see what that looks like with another photo behind it. So let's grab this photo and let's replace the background and see what that looks like. Now that might look a little busy. Of course, you're going to customize it the way you want it to look. So you'll want to play with the transparency to make sure that it is the right amount of transparency. Let's try something else. So what if you didn't want to use a lot of text? Maybe you want to use some lines. So let's search for some lines. And let's say we wanted to use something like this. Now these are black lines. And let's say we just wanted to place these black lines on our workspace like this. And again, we can go into duotone and we can make these lines lighter like this. And we can also turn down the transparency to make it a little bit transparent like that. And then what we can do is we can just grab our logo. So let's go to brand and I'm going to grab my logo and I'm going to grab my logo and I'm just going to rotate it and place it right there like that. Now let's go over to a photo and let's place that as our background so we can see what that looks like. So that's what that would look like if you want to use that kind of effect for a watermark. And that's about it. I hope that you learned something in this tutorial. If you did, press that like button, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on. If you want to learn more about Canva, join my YouTube channel membership. I go live every single week to teach my adult learners what they want to know. For now, my friends, I'll say bye-bye. Until next time.